Hi Leo, my ascendant brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead horoscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. If you haven't got it yet, your seat on the winter solstice alignment activation session is waiting for you. You can get that in a link in the description box below. If you haven't got your copy yet, the Mercury Retrograde is just around the corner, so your retrograde survival kit is still half price and will be until the day that Mercury goes retrograde. So if you want to get your copy half price, get it now. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can of course do that on the link in the description box below. I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help us on our paths to our highest vibrational good. And I say us because, as many of you know, I am a Leo ascendant. So your message this week, it's a really interesting one, is transmutation. So what I actually saw was something being formed, like I could see this sort of gloopy mess on the ground, and it was coming up and becoming something 3D and something tangible. And that to me is it could also be called transmogrification, but transmutation was the word that came to me. And what is transmutation? Transmutation is turning one thing into another thing. One of the thoughts of magical spiritual knowledge is that everything exists around us at any one time. It's just about pulling it all together to create the thing that you want. And what I found really interesting about this is it kind of suggests that this week, Leo, you have a really strong, powerful manifesting energy about you. What you need to ask yourself is, what is it that you're going to create? Like, this thing is still in transition of becoming something else. So it really is down to you to focus your energy and your thought, to focus your manifesting energy on what it is that you actually want to create this week. It's going to be important for some reason. I'm not sure why. Let's have a look. So you have the Hierophant card, which means something is becoming real. This is a week where something becomes tangible. It goes from being just an idea or a concept and turns into something real. Something, you know, something is transmuting out of an idea, out of a desire, something that you wanted, that you've wanted for a long time, something that you wanted to happen in your everyday life. This week has a chance to become real. I mean, the Hierophant also represents the structure, it's governments, it can be the establishment, it is the real physical, tangible world. Something is coming from a concept. It could be a desire that you've had to be seen more, you know, to be out. I mean, Leos, you know, not all Leos, because there are the conservative ones, it does happen. You know, and those are the ones with what I call the silent dignity. You know, they like to be noticed, but they don't like to be ostentatious, so to speak. And this really does feel for me that in some way, shape or form, you could be stepping out into the world, or you could be seen, whether you want to be or not. All right, so let's have a look at the direction. Let's see what this might relate to. The Queen of Cups, right? So it really is about some inward desire that you've had is manifesting into the real world this week. The Queen of Cups is a beautiful card, represents a water sign female usually. So this could be a Pisces, a Cancer or a Scorpio. But the fact that it's a direction card, the difference between the king, right? The king rules his emotions and he directs it that way. The Queen of Cups is able to manipulate emotional energy. She is the original and true empath of the tarot, right? Because she has that innate understanding. She can direct emotional energy as well, just like the king can, but she doesn't rule it. She doesn't wield it. Right, she just manipulates it. She can give subtle pushes and cues and you know, impressions and psychic impressions and you know, directing thoughts and stuff. She's very good at that. And as a direction card, it really does suggest that this week you really do have, it's like you've got the power to create something in the tangible world. Utilize this power wisely, Leo. It doesn't come very often, and it really does feel like one of those weeks where you're manifesting pretty much everything and also manifesting very quickly. So we've had a card jump out for the insight card. and it is, oh no, I lie, it's 2 cards. Okay, and they are the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles, right? So whatever you create this week may have far-reaching ripples and consequences, so be very conscious of what it is. The Hermit card is inviting you to really get clear on what it is that you want in your life now. The Seven of Pentacles is basically saying this whole thing about being seen, this thing that you are transmuting, this thing that's taking form, taking shape, could be with you for a long time to come. If you find yourself suddenly thrust into the limelight, it could be a long time before that energy dies down. If you haven't seen it, go back through all of my videos and check out the Uranus into Taurus specials that I did like 2 years ago now. Because it will be really relevant for this week. Going to be a very interesting one. I wish you all an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. Don't forget to check out your Uranus into Taurus special. I wish you all the best, and I will see you soon.